In Washington, ghost-like objects dart across the radar screen at the CAA Traffic Control Center at National Airport for several hours, traveling more than 100 miles an hour. Air Force jet fighters spend several hours chasing the objects plotted on the radar scope.
Something else is out there.
There's something else out there, okay.
Of all the banks and braes of bonny Scotland, none holds more fascination than the murky waters of Loch Ness.
Tell me, do you think there is life on other planets?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I suppose there would be.
No, he seems definite. You seem
Definitely.
definite about it. How do you see this life and where?
Oh, I've seen a flying saucer.
Blackwater Media presents Darkfall. Real-life encounters with the paranormal and the unexplained. One Saturday night, back when I was in high school, some of my friends and I decided to go out. Nothing unusual, right? Well, one of my friends needed a ride, so I went to his house to pick him up. He asked me to come in because his mother wanted to meet me. You see, he told his mother that I'm also Mexican-American and love La Virgen de Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary, and had a small altar to her in my home. While I was there, his mother asked if I wanted to see their altar, and of course, I said yes. She led me to a small bedroom, which looked like it was a little girl's room, or had been, but it was full, and I do mean full of candles, statues, pictures of Jesus, Mary, and many Catholic saints. There were rosaries, crosses, crucifixes, roses, and every kind of item that a Mexican-American Catholic would have. I was surprised. And although I thought it was amazing and beautiful, I had an uncomfortable feeling. My friend's mother asked me if I knew about my friend's little sister, and I didn't. She told me that it was her room. She passed away when she was 10 due to leukemia. My friend had never told me about this, and I assumed it was because it was just too hard to talk about, understandably. After we left, I told my friend how sorry I was to hear about his little sister. He only said thank you, and we didn't speak further about it until about a year later. One night I was talking to him on the phone about a strange paranormal experience I had that really scared me. He told me he understood and asked if he could tell me more about his little sister. He told me how his family found out about his sister having leukemia, and how when the time came, they felt it was best if she passed at home in her own bed surrounded by her family. The last few nights of her life were, of course, very difficult for his family, but one night was far worse. It was late in the evening, but not completely dark yet, and they heard someone playing a fiddle in the backyard just outside of his sister's bedroom window. The song being played was not a very fast song, but a somewhat happy-sounding song. The family didn't really pay much attention to it until they also heard someone singing along with it. And whoever was singing was also saying the name of the little girl who was dying. And I'm sure you'll understand why I prefer not to include her name in this story. My friend was the first to look out the window, and he told me what he saw looked like the stereotypical devil with goat legs, horns, and a tail. It was about 4 feet tall and was leaning against the fence in a casual way. It was smiling, singing, and playing the fiddle happily. Of course, when he saw this, he didn't know what to do, but he felt like he had to act quickly. He called his father over to show him. As they watched, they realized what the creature was singing. It was saying something like, "I'm so happy to be taking this little girl with me tonight. Come with me. Come with me." And would include her name over and over. It would even dance a little from time to time. At first, my friend's father wanted to shield the family and act like it was just a neighbor playing loud music. But the creature began to sing and play louder until the whole family could hear what it was saying. They were horrified, but somehow knew that their best option was to ignore it, to not give it any attention, to not allow it to scare them or give them doubts. They knew if they called the police wouldn't believe them. And what could the police do anyway? They believed that this creature, or demon, was there to distract them, to trick them, and to make them lose their faith. The demon continued to sing, and the family continued to pray and be with the little girl. The family felt the best way to fight the demon was with prayer and love. And she did pass away that night, and the demon stopped singing when she passed. My friend told me that it was the greatest test of faith he'd ever lived through. He knows the demon did not succeed in taking his sister and has faith that love conquers all. As I listened to this story, I was shocked and horrified. But more importantly, I was amazed at his family's wisdom, strength, and faith. I greatly appreciated that he felt safe telling me this story because it gave me hope. Hope that good can overcome evil.